Hi everyone, I'm Sam. Let's play some daily games. As you know, I'm on holiday now, so apologies for the video. And also, I'm supposed to be using a microphone, but I forgot to charge it. So while it's charging, I suppose I'll be able to use it tomorrow for tomorrow's video, but not for tonight. So apologies if the audio does not sound, well, crisp enough. All right. So we are playing Wordle number 1576. Okay. All right. We'll have to skip the ad. Okay. Good. Alright, let us put in my starting word. Strip. Okay. Oh, nothing on strip. Okay. What else could I do? A key. Sure. Canoe has been done before. Lance, maybe? We could do that. Oops. Let's try it. Oh, nothing much, just in for an N. Okay. And the N's not in the middle. Alright. Maybe starting with an N? Could be. Or ending in an N. B. Oh. B. O. Bound, found, hound. Maybe something like that. Okay, if that is what it is. Okay, maybe I'll try something like Dumbo. See what letters that gives me. Okay, I definitely think it's an O-U-N-D word. Which I just realized. Okay, so. Okay, wait a minute. If I'm right about that, and it's O-U-N-D, something like this. So it could be found, hound, and wound. So there are three possibilities left. I can't remember which ones have been done before, so I think I'll have no choice but to eval it. So W, F, and H. We could do whiff, something like that. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's gotta be wound. Yep, because we've got all the letters, not W O U N D. It's just a matter of rearranging them, and ta-da, wound. So just a strategic kind of way to go about it, because yeah, another five. It's not great. I was hoping to get a three today, but with the first guess giving me nothing, it was a little bit hard to land it in three. And then with the second guess only giving me the N, and I was worried that I'd get into an OUND trap, so I thought I'd test a couple of letters as well. So did M and B. At least, that did remove mound and bound, but I still had WHF to try, and then I did to do a second eval word, but at least it gave me what I needed to do. I suppose that could have been a better eval word, but with only the N, I really wasn't sure, and I didn't want to take too long to think about it, so just went with the first eval that I could think of. Not to try to make it too hard, but all right. Let's move on to connections. Okay, we're playing connections number 854. All right, let's go. Another ad that I have to press to skip. Okay, today's 16 words. We've got begins, swift, days, returns, forever, ending, robin, trails, swallow, pioneers, permanent, institutes, everlasting, kite, launches, and eternal. Okay, eternal, everlasting, forever, permanent. Yeah, for all time, I suppose. That could be one. I don't know if it's a red herring. Let's leave it for now. Um, pioneers, launches. Not sure about that one. I can leave it. A robin and a kite, they're both birds. A swallow is a bird. A swift is a bird. Okay. Okay, you can leave those four out. Maybe I'll try this one first. For all time, I suppose. For all time. Wow, that's exactly it. Okay, we have swallow, kite, swift, robin. That's probably one group of birds. I guess begins, pioneers, institutes, and launches could mean the same thing, to start something. Although I've never heard of institute like that, but maybe that's what it means. It could be. Not too sure. But what would be the last group? Days, ending, trails, and returns. If that's the group. I'll try the birds first, though. Oh, that's the blue? Surprising. That's not really a tough blue. Birds. Okay. Begins, launches. I'm pretty sure pioneers. Those are definitely. It's the fourth one that I'm not sure. It's definitely not ending. I don't think it's trails or returns. So I guess it's either days or institutes. I've never heard of day as being a verb, only a noun. And I've only known institute as a noun, but that one is possible. I feel like that one could be a verb, so I could go with that one. But then what would the last one be? Days, trials, ending, and returns. Not trials, sorry, trails. Keep saying trials. It's trails. Okay. 7 days. No, actually. I'm not sure, but I'll just go for this one. Establishes. Oh, okay, I got lucky with institutes. Alright, and then the last one, I don't know what that one is. Let's see. Happy. Oh, wait a second. Hold on a second. Happy trails. Okay, wait. Let's look at the early groups first. Yellow for all time, eternal, everlasting, forever, permanent. It's pretty straightforward. Very easy. Yellow, I think. No, nothing tricky there. Birds, kite, robin, swallow, swift. Also very easy. Just kinds of birds. Establishes, begins, launches, pioneers. I knew that. Institutes. I never realized that that could be a verb as well. So that's interesting. Then happy blank. Okay, happy days. Right. Okay, I've heard of that. Happy endings. Yeah. Many happy returns. True. I have heard of that one, although not the most common. But I mean, for me in my context, but I have heard of it. Happy trails. I have heard of that as well, but again, not the most common. So, but least common, I would say I would range it as happy trails, least common, then happy returns, and then happy days, and then happy ending being the most common. But there we go, a couple of those that I don't really hear too often with the happy in front, so it didn't really come to mind. So I feel like that could be part of the reason why I couldn't clock it that easily. I think if I wanted to clock it, it would have taken me quite a while because I couldn't really think of a good phrase to connect them either. So it's just kind of a struggle there. But I mean, it's also because I've got vacation brain, so I probably don't want to spend too much time thinking too hard about something. I'm just like, okay, yeah. But I think I'm still pretty okay getting no making no mistakes. I think because the first two groups, green, yellow, blue, are all pretty easy, and I think this is not a very tough blue at all. If anything, I would say green is tougher than the blue only because institutes. I do think that maybe not a lot of people know that that can also be a verb. Although, I think you can assume and guess that fits with that group, you know. But yeah, I do think that the blue is so much easier than the green. Still think so. Yellow being the easiest, okay, makes sense, and purple being the hardest makes sense. But the green and blue sometimes I do feel like they should be swapped because of the difficulty that I perceive them to be. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Alright, let's move on to the last daily game for today, which is the LA Times mini crossword. We're playing the October 12th puzzle by Elizabeth C. Gorski. Right. Okay, here. Hold on, don't scroll too far. I can't see that. Can't see the timer. Okay, one across. Violinist Ray, who collaborated with Sting on What Could Have Been. Violinist Ray. I don't know. Violinist Ray. Okay, one down. Blank salad. Could be Cobb salad, maybe. Two down. Sanctioned by Islamic law. I'm not sure. Is it like halal, maybe? Not sure. Three down. Remove pencil marks. Erase. Okay. Four down. Fooey. No. Six down. Door opener. I'm not sure. Five across. Propelled skull. Org. Seven across. Loud brassy sound. Could be like a clang, maybe. 8 across, keep the turkey moist. Based it? 9 across, blank halls, historic food market of Paris. Maybe les halls? Les halls? How do you say that? Les? You don't say the S, do you? It's like les mis, right? You don't say the S, right? Les halls. Okay, Cobb salad seems to fit, alright. Halal also seems to fit. Yeah, surprising. And then fooey. Sure still. 6 down, door opener. Still don't know it. 7 across, loud brassy sound. It could be a Blair, I guess. 1 across, violinist Ray. Chet Ray? But that doesn't make sense. T-E-R-S. What is that? Fooey? Maybe Chen Ray? What? I'm so confused. I completed this in 1 minute and 3 seconds, but I didn't even know. Some of those answers did not make sense to me. Okay. Let's take a closer look at the clues. 1 across, violinist Ray, who collaborated with Sting on What Could Have Been. So I guess the name is either Ray Chen or Chen Ray. I don't have time to look it up on my phone here, but name-wise, Ray Chen makes more sense, I think. Never heard of this person before. I do know Sting, of course, but I didn't know Ray Chen. Sorry, I don't think it's Chen Ray. Most probably Ray Chen. I think. 1 down, blank salad. Yeah, I've heard of Cobb salad. 4-letter salad is one I could think of, but I wasn't super sure. In case I missed out something, another obvious salad, so I didn't want to put it in just yet. 2 down, sanctioned by Islamic law, right? Halal usually typically means about the way that they prepare food, but also there are other things involved in it. I don't really know too much about it, but the most common I would say is, of course, Muslims cannot eat pork, according to their Islamic law, their religion, right? So, making sure that all the is, good and followed is make it halal. 3 down, remove pencil marks. You erase that way. 4 down, fooey. Nerds. I've never really heard of this phrase, nerds. To mean that food. I know fooey. I've never heard of nerds. I don't know if it's short for anything. But I suppose that's what it means. But this is a new language trivia for me today. I didn't know that this slang term. 6 down, door opener. I should have followed my own. I should have followed my own. What do you say that? Advice, and because we had a similar clue just a while back. It was something else as well, but it's sort of like a capital of Senegal, which is a clue to hint that you're looking for the capital letter of Senegal, which is an S, and then door opener. I should have realized that door opener, what starts the word door is the letter D, so D-E-E, right? The letter D starts the word door. Okay. 5 across, propelled a skull. I know a skull is like I know it's to do with like rowing, right? So I just figured, okay, oared makes sense. I think the skull is the boat. Right, 7 across, loud brassy sound, right? A blare, like an alarm, a siren, that kind of thing. 8 across, keep the turkey moist. I've heard of turkey basting. Don't exactly know what it is, but I know that you do something to the turkey inside. So I guess it's to make it moist. I guess so. 9 across, blank halls, historic food market of Paris. Actually, I've never heard of it. La Halle or La Halles, how do you pronounce it? I've never heard of it. Apparently it's historic, but I genuinely have not heard of it. So this is again new trivia for me. 9 across, new trivia. 2 down is also, I think not everybody might know it, but halal is not pretty common. It's just like, food being kosher. I think a lot of people do know this one. So although it's trivia, I don't think it's that uncommon. But 4 down is like language stuff that I didn't know. So it was a little bit tough for that. But I probably think 9 across is the one that maybe some people like me might not know as well. But this is supposedly historic food market of Paris. Apologies. And then 1 across is also, of course, also trivia, with Great Chat. Didn't know that one too, so got a couple of those, which caused me some confusion, but there we go. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I do apologize again for the audio. Hopefully it doesn't turn out too bad. And also another note is that I'll only be responding to comments when I get back. I was hoping to, respond to comments while I'm on vacation, but I realized that, with me after a long day of vacationing, I do still want to do the puzzles, but I don't really have the energy to also reply to comments on the previous videos, so I do apologize that all comments from before my vacation, the last 2 videos, and then plus the forthcoming 6 videos, we'll have to wait until I'm fully, full schedule resumes as usual on I think it's the 18th. So that's probably when I'll have time to slowly sift through the comments and reply to all of you. But thank you so much for engaging. All right, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. And yes, of course, let me know how you did for today's Wordle connections and LA Times mini crossword. All right, thanks so much. Bye.